Okay, so you're in the market looking for a home and you've decided on new construction build. Be aware of these 7 disadvantages of buying a new construction home. Stay tuned for more. Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Patricia, your real estate advisor here in the Middle Tennessee area. In today's video, I will be talking about 7 cons to buying a new construction home. Con number 1 is that brand new homes can cost more, sometimes up to 20% more than existing homes. So that's something that you should be aware of. What are your options? Con number 2, construction delays are common, especially now with the pandemic, with there being issues with lumber, where the price skyrocketed and lumber was just pretty much scarce and hard to find. That caused a lot of delays for builders. Also, so now the time, usually in the past, before pre-pandemic, when you bought a lot, usually the time to complete would be roughly 6 to 8 months. Nowadays, that is taking much longer. In some cases, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months. I've seen up to even 18 months. So that is disadvantage number 2 that you need to be aware of when you're looking for a new construction home. Con number 3, and this one gets to quite a lot of people, is that the newer homes are built on smaller lots. The lot sizes now are ranging from 0.17 or less to 0.2. It used to be in the past where, you'd have a third of an acre. Rarely will you see that now. I mean, developers are buying the land and they're trying to put as many homes as they can. So in most cases, you're seeing in between houses is 5 feet on either side, so a total of 10 feet. So that can be quite alarming, quite shocking to some people that are used to the older homes where there's tons of space. You don't look out the window and see your neighbor's window right there or be able to reach out and touch. So, but nowadays that's quite common in most new build communities. There's only 5 feet in between the home. So that's con number 3. Con number 4 is that while you're in the new construction build, and most likely if they just started the phase, they might have 3 phases, you're going to have to continue to deal with the construction, the ongoing construction. You're going to have to deal with the trucks, the people working, the mud, the dirt, the noise. So that can be quite disturbing to some people, but something you have to contend with until all the phases are built and everything's closed out and they move on. So that's something to be aware of, that you're most likely going to have to deal with all that distraction while you're living there. Con number 5 is that new construction homes, new builds tend to be on the outskirts of the town or city, and that could mean a longer commute and a more expensive commute for you to work. So that is something to be aware of. You want to, try to, as much as possible if you can, depending on where you work. Although, post-pandemic, a lot of people are working remotely, so that might not be a concern. But if you have to commute, you would try to get somewhere close to an interstate where you have easy access to get to where you need to get to. But that is definitely tends to be a con, is that the newer builds are further and further out of the city, so you're not close to the shopping and to work, so it might be more expensive. Con number 6 is that the neighborhood is virtually unknown. It's going to be dynamic. It's going to be continue to change. It's not like an existing home where the neighborhood is more established. In addition to that, also is the landscaping. In a more established neighborhood, you're going to have the mature trees, the flowers, everything that's already been there for years. In a new build, a new neighborhood, you're going to be starting from scratch because everything has going to be flattened out, no trees, no landscaping. So that's going to take time to get there. I mean, you're going to have the shrubs, you're going to have some new trees that are planted, but it's going to take time to get to the point where it's all mature and going to look like an existing neighborhood. So that's something to keep in mind, that it's dynamic and forever changing, and it's pretty much unknown. You don't know at that point what the neighborhood is going, the community is going to look like. So that's something. And lastly, con number 7 is, probably should have been number 1 on the list, but number 7 is negotiating. When it comes to buying a new build, new construction home, there is already kind of like a base price that's been set by the builders, kind of like when you're buying a car and you have the base model. Well, I shouldn't really compare it to the car because you can negotiate with the car, but with the builders, you don't really get to negotiate. Whatever the price is what you pay, and then usually that price is just the base model, so to speak. If you want more options, those are upgrades, and that could take you anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000 or $100,000. So just something to be aware of is that there is no negotiating when it comes to the sticker price, unlike an existing home where you get to do some negotiation. Thank you for watching. I hope you were able to learn something from that. If there are any other cons or disadvantages that you can think of, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button so you'll see my next video on new construction. And see you next time. Bye.